the biggest obstacle I've had to overcome is being a woman in a man's world. Trust me, studios, investors, filmmakers, they will shift because they just follow the money trail. You find a way to work with people you have more in common with. Where people really base their principles has nothing to do with the color of someone's skin, it has to do with money and their class. Science fiction is a genre that no everyone is keen on watching. I never really watched the TV series. Fathers, sons, brothers, men everywhere, your legacy will not perish if you take your partner's surname, or she keeps hers. I do believe in us as actors and directors and writers and producers and also as moviegoers. We have much more power than we believe we have. Without our ticket, studios can't make traditional decisions. I'm more of a guy's girl. I like having a beer in a bar, and I don't bicker or sit down and do my nails. I'm so intrigued by women throughout history where the significance of what they were representing at that time is obscured by the fact a man saved them or they were prostitutes. If there's anything that I've always said about myself is that to me, it's much more important for me to get to work with filmmakers that I've grown up loving and admiring. I love women. I worship women. Don't want to be any other woman but myself. On the basis of being a woman, by playing an alien, I avoid playing someone's girlfriend here on Earth because that's a bit of a canker sore. I don't like things like little sandals that look fragile. I like to look strong and commanding. I love wearing men's clothing and underwear. I think there are roles there, we just have to choose them. We have to fight for them. I'm a sci-fi girl. If I can have anything in life, I'd want tons of great science fiction movies and stories. It's so progressive, beautiful, and imaginative. Sometimes we get too caught up in wanting to do that one movie that will get seen and approved and nominated, that we lose sight that there are so many other movies that are worth your time. I'm a fan of the fan. I'm a fan of the active devotee who lives his life believing in something, who represents to me the character of a person that is very confident and sure of himself. Those are people I admire. I'm a kid from New York, so urban life reflected into art and music was around me and accessible and tangible. I'm a girl from Queens. I've never gone. What am I doing today? Oh, I'm gonna grab a gun and learn how to use it. I would love to play Nefertiti or Cleopatra or the Queen of Sheba. We preserve more male history than we do female. We have to preserve female history. No more complaining. We have to do it. I love skin. I don't believe the body is something to hide. There's nobody on this earth who can tell you that what you're feeling is wrong. They can tell you it's different to what they're feeling. Let's start creating better roles that accurately depict people we know so closely. What doesn't feel okay to me, what feels a little bit out of balance, is when you want to turn yourself into something else, when you want to be another person. I'm learning the power of going away for the weekend and keeping myself company. If there's any relevant influence we may have with an investor, with a studio, with a director, with an actor, I think we have to fight. I always strive to keep a balance with my fears. I don't like to be ruled by them. At the same time, I don't like the idea of living my life totally free of any fears. I like having that moderation. You have to be very committed and find happiness in the work that you do. I'm a very feminine person, but I have this hard shell, man, and I stay focused and don't take things personally. You need 100% commitment. You have to be willing to wake up every morning knowing you're going to practice 8 hours straight. I don't believe actors who say they don't bleed into their characters. It's absolutely impossible not to. I like to be around people who are very passionate, people that won't fight but that will be very overprotective and outspoken about their opinion, their point of view, their ideas. I want to have more sex, travel more, drink more wine and love life. Not to settle. If you're not happy with a person, leave. And wait until you find that one person who makes you feel good about yourself every single day and is not expecting you to change, but to grow. It's okay to say, this is what I want and go after it. I'm very accepting with my age. It's like notches on your belt, experience, wisdom, and a different kind of beauty. There comes a day when you've become comfortable in your skin. Sometimes we have to be patient because the one thing that is inevitable in life is evolution. Whether it comes at the pace that we are expecting it or not, it's inevitable. I never like to get political, but when you have the ability, through your media, to influence a large mass of people, I would want to be a part of the evolving cycle of progress versus keeping things the way that they are. There are a lot of magazines that are still sort of that only cater to a certain demographic and only put certain people on their covers. I'm so intrigued by women throughout history where the significance of what they were representing at that time is obscured by the fact a man saved them or they were prostitutes. Every character has their reasons, even the characters who do dumb things. I think as an American society, when we're paying too many taxes or dealing with war, we don't want to see sad things at the movies. I don't believe actors who say they don't bleed into their characters. It's absolutely impossible not to. I'm a sci-fi girl. If I could have anything in life, I'd want tons of great science fiction movies and stories. It's so progressive, beautiful, and imaginative. Every time an adult is going to write something for a teenager and you don't have, physically, a person who is that, you are always going to be a little off. There's nobody on this earth who can tell you that what you're feeling is wrong. They can tell you it's different to what they're feeling. I love the anxiety, the pressure of the loud room full of yapping kids. But I'm a kid myself. I know the responsibility that entails from telling a story. The one thing I despise the most is when I go to a movie and I see a whole bunch of lazy actors making me waste my time and money. I'm a girl from Queens. I've never gone. What am I doing today? Oh, I'm gonna grab a gun and learn how to use it. I just want to be a part of great stories, whether I'm part of an amazing ensemble cast or I'm leading it or the antagonist or whatever. If there's anything that I've always said about myself is that to me, it's much more important for me to get to work with filmmakers that I've grown up loving and admiring. As a woman, you spend so much time either cooking or getting ready to go somewhere. I like to have music when I'm doing either of these things. In dance you use every part of your body except your voice. I wanted to start acting because I wanted to use my voice. I'm very accepting with my age. It's like notches on your belt, experience, wisdom, and a different kind of beauty. There comes a day when you've become comfortable in your skin. To be seen and to be respected for my work and acknowledged as a true American Latina means a lot to me. I'm learning the power of going away for the weekend and keeping myself company. I'm a very feminine person, but I have this hard shell, man, and I stay focused and don't take things personally. I'm more of a guy's girl. I like having a beer in a bar, and I don't bicker or sit down and do my nails. The biggest battle that I have is being a woman in the world. That takes center stage for me. What doesn't feel okay to me, what feels a little bit out of balance, is when you want to turn yourself into something else, when you want to be another person. I want to be the best daughter, sister, friend and wife I can possibly be, because when I die, I am not going to be buried with my Oscar. I want to be in the small percentage of women who don't settle for conventional roles. Happiness is nothing but temporary moments here and there, and I love those. But I would be bored out of my mind if I were happy all the time. Music is a very big participant in everything I do, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. It takes a lot of courage to face up to things you can't do because we feed ourselves so much denial. People think of Latino women as being fiery and fierce, which is usually true. But I think the quality that so many Latinas possess is strength. I'm very proud to have Latin blood. In Caribbean there is no middle class, you're either rich or you're poor, and the ladder to success is not really a ladder, it's a chain. Once you reach a certain level, you can't go back and you can only keep going forward. I knew who Leonard Nimoy was, and that he embodied what Star Trek meant to all the fans. But it wasn't until I started doing my research for this movie, and started going to fan sites, that I began to fall in love with these characters.